Did anything really stand out from watching the film?
Yeah, this was such a valuable game for us in so many ways for so many different guys. First group did a really nice job on offense. We got to see our guys come off the ball a little bit and protect the quarterback. Russ got to play his football, looked good. You guys caught the ball nicely. We just did a lot of nice things there. The nice drive. Second group went right down the field again, and then we made the mistake down the end zone. But had two nice drives. Only had three in the first half, and then we were pretty sloppy in the second half. We weren't able to execute the way we want to. Defense played really hard. The guys, we really wanted to see effort and toughness and guys running and hitting, and we saw that all night long. Special teams in particular showed that. But aside from all that, the best thing that happened was the young guys really had an opportunity to do some things, and they did it. I thought Rasheem looked really good. Rashad did a nice job when he had his carries. You could see the good little burst in there. Michael kicked the ball nicely. Jacob Martin rushed the passer well. So all of the fellas, they had a chance to do some. Disley caught a couple balls. He looked good blocking. So looking at the draft picks and a couple of free agents, Poona Ford also, they just did good stuff, and they showed like we had hoped they would show, and showed us the kinds of things that we were looking for in the first time out. So we were really pleased when we got to the film and got a chance to see all that.
How was Trey Flowers?
Kickers kicked the ball well too, which was nice, but punters and kickers, which was good. Yeah, thank you. Trey played really a nice ball game. He had a lot of good opportunities. He had a lot of situations in different zones and splits and adjustments that he had to make. We made one big mistake on a third down play in the first drive that was communication was poor, but he did a really good job first time out. I was really fired up about the way he played. So. And I mentioned Griff. Griff had a heck of a game in his first time out too. In special teams as well. So those were such positives that the not feeling good about the way the game turned out really was overshadowed by that.
On Flowers, that play at the end of the first half where he stayed over the top in the end zone, incomplete over his head, is that as important as anything he has to do?
Sure, yes, it is. It is for any DB that plays in our system that you got to stay on top and you got to make sure that you're secure there before anything else can happen. But we ask him to play on the line of scrimmage, so it's as difficult a challenge as you can get. But the conscience that he needs and the awareness that he needs is demonstrated by his consistency and staying on top. And he's done a really good job. He's been on it, and he gives himself a chance to compete. So I was really excited about that for him.
What about Rasheem specifically? What did you see from him?
Well, he's really active, technique-wise in terms of pass rush. He showed some really good stuff, and his hand movement, his hips, getting skinny on his pass rushes. He did some really good things that you hope an experienced player would do. And so he took advantage of a couple opportunities in the pass rush and got sacks on them. So that's a really big plus for us. And he also, I don't know if you noticed, but he played in the Leo spot as well as the defensive end spot, and he played inside too in pass rush. So he showed all of that ability to handle all those. So that was a really good showing for him.
Shaquem specifically on defense, and just what did you see there? What kind of
it took him a little bit to get his feel, and he would tell you that too. He started a little slow. He was really hyped up and kind of amped and wasn't moving well. And then he slowed things down, backed up a little bit in his alignments, and just started really hitting the line of scrimmage. You see the speed that he has, and his nature to be aggressive and run through and be an attacking player really showed up for his first time out. And he's got a million things to learn, so he's just getting started. But the fundamental part of it that he can run and hit showed, and so it was exciting. And I was really glad he contributed on special teams in such a big way.
Do you expect CJ to be out for a while? Is he minor?
No, really, it's day to day right now. So with tomorrow coming up is a big day for us, and then the day off, and then we head into game week. Maybe by then, is his shot to come back. He's running, and he's working on it. Not quite ready to cut him loose yet.
DeMarco Jones
got a bad ankle sprain. Yeah, he did. He didn't break his leg, but he had a really bad, a serious ankle sprain. It's a high ankle sprain plus, and so he's hobbling around pretty good right now.
And Isaiah Battle?
He should be okay. Was not serious. Nothing showed up on the tests and stuff. He should be okay in a couple days. He's day to day as well.
Is Nas Jones dealing with something?
Yeah, he's had a hip flexor thing that he got worked today and should be able to get it back in here in the next couple of days. We expect him to play.
For Rasheem to be able to do a split between Leo and inside this early in camp, are you a little surprised he's along that far at this point?
Yeah, he's not having any trouble at all scheme-wise. He's been coached. I said this a couple of times. He's been coached really well, and he's just got a good awareness. He understands the game, and so he had a couple really nice physical plays with leverage, at the line of scrimmage in the running game, as well as his pass stuff, and that carries over to different positions if it doesn't, kind of burden him, which it didn't. So it's a really all positive stuff, really plus in the plus category for him.
How close is Amar Darbo to coming back? Or?
He is in the same boat. He gets a little bit today, so he's like day to day. So we're really close to getting him back too.
How are you seeing the connection between Russell and Brandon Marshall coming along?
It's developing. They're working hard at it. They're working at it, and both guys understand that has to take place, and they're hanging together. They're working together. They're getting extra reps together. I don't know if you watched them. The team was practicing. We had them down there throwing a little bit just to keep working on things. So it's in the process is underway.
And how is Brandon coming along physically?
He continues to be closer to full go, cut it loose. He can play, but it hasn't really. We really haven't let him go upfield, run the ball, run on downfield, top speed and all that stuff yet. We've been restricting him some, and he's been told to be restricted a little bit when he plays. So just to make sure that we don't have any setbacks. Today was his most active day, and we're going to continue to expand from there. So it's looking very good.
What is it specifically with Amar?
I think he's got the hip flexor thing going too. Yeah, have a bunch of them.
Took a really big shot at the end of that game, but obviously.
Yeah, he went through the testing and everything on the field, and he's already cleared the protocol. So that was a legitimate hit. Fortunately, he came out okay.
Did you see film to see how Tedrick was looking at?
Yeah, I was fired up about Tedrick. Now I talked about the draft picks and a couple of free agent guys, but new guys that have come to us did some really good things. I didn't mention Jacob Martin, who also had a couple of really nice pass rushes in the game and played really hard on teams too. He showed very well. But to see Mingo, make his plays and look fast and chase the football the way we had seen him, he looked the best he's looked at any time through camp in the game. And so he did some good stuff and played a couple different spots and had a real nice pass rush and a great sack. You could really feel his speed. DJ Fluker did really well. Did a nice job for us. So that was another positive. Jerron Brown did a nice job too. So new guys that came to us, kind of was the new guys and the rooks, really did something, and showed. So I was really fired up about that. All the coaches, as we looked at the film, we kind of came out of there, not being happy with going in there and not getting a win. But when you come out and look at the film, there was a lot of great stuff there. So.
Does that go for the second-year guys too? Guys like
what David did, David did some good stuff. Chris came back and looked really good running the football. So yeah, I mean, there was just a lot of really positives, and so we come out of it really looking ahead, with a good thought going into this week.
You mentioned Fluker, but the number one offensive line as a whole, what did you think of?
They felt strong. They gave Russ nice spacing. The pocket was very solid. He moved because he didn't find the receivers where he needed to find them, open, and so he moved to make them open, and he did it. It just felt better, and that includes what Nick and Disley did too. They contributed as well. Diz did a really nice job. He did exactly what we had hoped he would look like in his first time out. He's going to get better and understand things more so and be more aggressive. But he already showed the big body, and he showed the ability to hold line of scrimmage, go to the big play pass that Russ hits to lock it. He does a great job blocking defensive end on the other side and just locks them out, and that's a real positive. That's a real plus for us.
It seemed as though Quentin Jefferson did some stuff early on.
He was really active, yeah, he did a nice job. He's had a really good camp. He's got ankles bottom a little bit, slowed him up a little bit today, but he's been really active. It's like he's come into his strength, and he's had really good off seasons and good work, and he's in there battling.
He kind of had a weird year last year with coming off the injury, then you guys waived him, and he's with the Rams for a little while, then you bring him back,
Yeah.
and he gets hurt immediately and all that.
Yeah, he's very much settled in right now. He's very comfortable with what's going on. He's working really consistently. He's got flexibility to play a few different spots for us too. Would certainly be in the rotations right now if we're playing an in-season game.
When do you think you'll be able to get Ed Dixon out here going with you at this stage?
It's still a bit now. It's not happening. He's not one of those guys that's on the verge of coming back yet. We got to get through the quad strain that he's got.
Those who spin around here a little bit know what kind of guy John Ryan is. How does he handle first his situation, and how's he mentor? How have you noticed him mentoring?
Well, he's been a perfect pro. I mean, he's taken the competition to heart, and he's going for it, and he's had a terrific offseason. He's kicking the ball well. He hit the ball well in the games. He is taken to the competition by showing the classy guy that he is, and he's helping Michael wherever he can, and talks situations with him, works to support him, has helped him with his holding, all of that stuff that Michael didn't have a lot of experience at. He's been a consummate pro, and he knows he's in a big battle, and they pretty well matched it up the first time out. So we'll see how it goes.
How have you seen Dixon's holding come around?
He seemed to do okay. He did all right. I mean, we've hit him all so far, so he's doing fine. The issue with those guys is they're having to work on the right side and the left side. So they're getting half the work that they would normally get, so that's just made it a little more difficult. So
Michael, today looked like he did all of it for
today was Sebastian's day, so he worked with him.
With Ryan, he wants to compete. Was there any discussion of perhaps letting him go find another job immediately after the draft? Because then he'd have more time to do it rather than at the end of camp?
No, but those are considerations. I mean, we didn't talk to John about that so much. Those are all considerations with everybody. You think about that, particularly guys that have been with you and all that kind of stuff. But John needs to compete at this thing, and he's going for it. There's no telling which way this is going to go right now. They got to show the consistency and the big kicks too. So Johnny's got way more experience. He knows how to place the football. He's great at backing people up. He's been phenomenal at that for years. He's always been a big part of our defense because the way he's put people back inside the 15, 10-yard line. So that's not something that we overlook. It's a big deal.
Has there been any more communication with Earl Thomas in any sense at all?
No.
For John to mentor Michael the way for KJ to do the same thing for Shaquille, just without really having to be told. What does that say about those veteran guys that you've had?
Well, I'm not surprised because these guys are the real deal. They're big time competitors. They know that there's a lot of heart and soul in this program, and that's one of their ways that they get to demonstrate that they care, and they know that they're looking out after these guys. They know they were in that same situation. And they're just beautiful people, and so they're going to look after their guys and help them. They would do it no matter what the circumstances, just because of the kind of people that they are.
Anything else?
Okay.
Thank you.